So the Detroit Lions got 4 sacks yesterday. 4 sacks, didn't really seem like it. Not a huge loss for the Minnesota Vikings as far as yards. They only lost 15 yards. Now, on the other hand, Detroit, they gave up 4 sacks. Jared Goff lost 33 yards to the Minnesota Vikings 15. We have been talking, and if you guys have been watching any of my channels, you understand that I have been screaming about a pass rush for years. And now that Brad Holmes is in charge, I've still been doing it. And the best thing that he did to contribute to the pass rush was Aiden Hutchinson, who, by the way, we're going to talk about him a little later, but Aiden Hutchinson is the only person that we really have getting to the quarterback. Now, if you guys follow the channel, then you know that I said if the Detroit Lions hit a certain number of milestones for sacks, I would wear a clown suit. Not too sure I have to worry about that now unless the Detroit Lions make a trade for a valuable pass rusher. So the question that I have for you guys is, how do you feel about the Lions pass rush? It was very lackluster yesterday. James Houston is a non-factor. He played 9 snaps, and Christian Darrisaw was absolutely killing him. There were 2 plays out of his 9 snaps that he actually got pressure, but the other 7, he was getting worked. So my question is, do you think the Detroit Lions still need a pass rush? I'm going to say yes, but I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's look at who actually got the sacks for the Detroit Lions. Last year, it was a lot of secondary, a lot of second level. We saw a lot of blitzing yesterday by Aaron Glenn. Malcolm Rodriguez has 1, linebacker. Jack Campbell has 1, linebacker. Trevor Nowalski has 1, linebacker. Josh Pascal has 1, defensive tackle / DN. Out of, yesterday was a day that it worked, all right? Overall, it worked. But let's not forget, our offense was absolutely cooking yesterday. We went, after that rocky start, okay, we wind up scoring touchdowns on 4 consecutive drives. That's what won us the game. The defense, we talked about last year, about the defense making one stop. They got it yesterday. They were able to get the Vikings off the field, give the offense the ball back. Offense gets Jake Bates into field goal range. How are we feeling about the pass rush? We need a pass rusher. There's no doubt about it. Now, you could list a number of people. As a matter of fact, let's do it now. I talked about this on the other channel. There are 5 guys that I would love the Detroit Lions to target. Max Crosby, Josh Uche, Myles Garrett, Zadarius Smith, and it's one more, Harold Landry III. Landry has a connection with our defensive line coach. Zadarius Smith doesn't want to be a Brown anymore, really. You know, he didn't say that, but he alluded to it. Myles Garrett. For those of you who don't know, you living under a rock, Deshaun Watson is most likely out for the season. The Cleveland Brown fans were cheering when he got hurt. Now, no matter what you think about him off the field, that's just nasty and despicable. Myles wasn't happy about it. Maybe that could be a way for him to say, it's time to go. And we all know Max Crosby ain't happy at all. And we got Josh Uche. The Patriots are 1-6. They are trending first overall pick. So the Lions are going to have choices of guys who genuinely can make a difference. Now, in the lower end of those 5 that I mentioned, you've got Uche. You can get Uche and Smith, low draft capital, low income. You can get both of them guys for late round picks, and you paying probably less than $2 million for both of them guys combined. Zadarius 1.3, Uche 1.2, or vice versa. And you can give up a late round pick. And if you really want to sweeten the pot, you can throw in James Houston. Maybe James Houston and Zadarius for Zadarius and a pick. I don't know. But what do you guys feel as far as the pass rush? Most says didn't feel like we had 4 sacks. Where you at, Max? Well, we'll be talking about him a little later. I'm in the same boat. Absolutely. Appreciate the live to get us through the morning. Absolutely. It would be good to see that video from Hutch that's coming. It was not a great, decent at best. It came up big when we needed them, so not mad, but we still need edge help to help McNeil. Yeah, I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. Even if we would have lost yesterday, I wouldn't have been mad because, like I said, I'm over being mad. Brad knows what he needs to do. And Dan Campbell showed confidence in the team, and I appreciate that. But it's very obvious that we need the offense won us the game yesterday. The defense did just enough. But the lack of Aiden Hutchinson, the lack of getting to the quarterback is a big deal. It really is. Zadarius seems like our most plausible option. Brad has neglected the defense edge position, and we are paying for it now. What's up, James? I feel like Brad will be satisfied with 4 sacks and not make a move. I think we did decent because we played against a top 5 O-line. Okay, all right. So let me retort to that, and let me tell you why I've been harping on the edge position, all right? We've already established that 4 sacks, we got 4 sacks on total. 3 of them came from linebackers. Let me ask you a question. There are 2 positions on the offense that exploit the middle of the field. What are they? What 2 positions, as far as the offense, exploit the middle of the field? The slot receiver, and who else? The tight end. You know who didn't play yesterday? TJ Hockenson. Johnny Munt is no TJ Hockenson. TJ Hockenson is in that game. You might not be able to rush Malcolm Rodriguez, Trevor Nowalski. You cannot leave the middle of the field open. That's why the defensive line is so important. The Lions got away with it yesterday because the Minnesota Vikings really did not throw the ball in the middle of the field. I don't know why they didn't do it, but they didn't do it. They didn't put their running backs in the middle of the field. They didn't put Munt, and they didn't have TJ. If they have TJ, maybe they win that game. You cannot leave the middle of the field open. You got to get there with 4. When you play teams with the tight end, when you play, I'll say, a better quarterback than Sam Darnold, maybe a more experienced, seasoned quarterback, one who's done it before. This is really Sam Darnold's first taste of winning. If you play a Patrick Mahomes, if you play a Lamar, if you play a Joe Burrow, are you going to be able to get to him with 4? If you cannot bring 7, because if you do that, or you cannot bring 6 either. It was a one time where Brian Branch came up, and I think he got blocked trying to get to the quarterback, and it resulted in a completion down the field. So for me, the 4 sacks, in my opinion, you know I'm all about sacks. I love me some sacks. Usually sacks do equal wins. And I'm happy overall. But sustaining this type of pass rush is going to be difficult for the Detroit Lions. And it will be exploited. Because, see, now you're talking about this. If you're Aaron Glenn, right? If you're Aaron Glenn, let's say I'm the Tennessee Titans, and I'm watching film, and I'm saying, well, we know they can't get there with 4, so they're going to bring our linebackers, their linebackers. So now we're going to pick ways to exploit that, right? Because now this is life without Aiden. So for me, we need a pass rusher. We need somebody who that's what he does. Not somebody who drops back in coverage. Not somebody who, even though Aiden did it occasionally. I think I even seen Myles Garrett drop back a few times, which is crazy. We need somebody. We need to be able to get there with 4, because if we don't and we play the right team, we will get exploited. So let me know your thoughts. I think we need a pass rusher. Brad needs to do something. I would love to know what you think.